Welcome everybody, I'm Burner. This is The Walking Dead Road to Survival. And once again, we got a new tune on the block, guys. You can see here, new Epic Specialist Eugene. Act now for increased chances at new Epic Eugene with the all-new Specialist skill. Alright. Lightning Reflexes. You have my attention, Scopely. When this character is targeted by an adrenaline rush, they immediately counterattack. Okay. Let's get some more details. Let's see what we got going on here. All right, here's our in-game message and details we do have. Introducing all new specialist skill lightning reflexes. Okay, it's not even going to tell us about Eugene. All about this new specialist skill. When this character is targeted by an adrenaline rush and is not currently stunned, they will immediately counterattack. Okay, I like that. Special conditions of the lightning reflexes counterattack. 1, it does not trigger the specialist weapon effect. Okay. 2, it does not trigger the target's defense weapon effect. That's pretty nice too. So basically, if you get this lightning reflex to throw off, you basically you don't have weapon special effects. Nice. It can critical hit. Also a little bonus there. This counterattack occurs before the opponent's rush. Okay, now it's sounding a little bit more beneficial. If Eugene's lightning reflexes kills an opponent, their rush will not occur. Very nice. Eugene is the first ever character, blah blah, of course. Oh, here we go for Eugene, his adrenaline rush. We'll take a peek at that over in Premier Recruits. Let's go take a peek. Here he is. All right, yeah, I don't know what's in that toolbox, but it better be something good. Something tells me you might want to drop that if you need to be bringing that hammer up so aggressively. Let's take a look at his stats. Stats are looking pretty solid here. 848, 844, 1194. Adrenaline rush, worrisome cuts, recharge of 45. He deals 275% damage and minus 50% defense to up to 3 enemies for 2 turns. 1 teammate randomly gains 20% AP. That is kind of random. I'm not sure if I found that too helpful. It's kind of just all over the place. It's doing some mild damage to, multiple enemies. It's doing decent amount of debuffing, and then one person's gonna get some AP. I think it's too varied to be excited about. Let me put it that way. That doesn't mean that it's not a good adrenaline rush. It just means it's so all over the place. It's hard for me to immediately say this is quality. I know how to work it in. What's doing, it's just kind of spread across the board. It's not a set 3. Usually, though, by the time I would use something like this, I could probably get it down to 3. But you don't know where the AP is going, so it's hard to really utilize that. So many of us try and just have very fast adrenaline rushes anyway. So, if it's going to go to somebody that's already popping, is it going to be beneficial? I suppose you could have Eugene go last, and then he would give 20% to somebody that just had their AR go off, and then just give you a little bit of boost into getting the second one going. So I really don't know how beneficial that part of it is. The 275 damage is a pretty weak area of effect. There's a lot stronger area of effect that will do all adjacent. And then 50% defense is probably the nicest part about it, but then again, you're not guaranteed to cover every enemy with that. And also, that's going to take the most advantage if you lead with him. So it's kind of hard to tell based on just this adrenaline rush how best to use him. Because if you wanted to take advantage of that AP, you'd probably want to get everybody's rush out of the way before him, because I'm assuming if you're able to put together a good team, they're all pretty similar in rush speed. But in order to take advantage of that debuff, I want him to go first so that all my other characters' ARs are hitting with that added defense debuff there. So His adrenaline rush isn't getting me very excited. Obviously, this new specialist skill is going to get him the most attention. Like we saw, it is pretty beneficial, mostly in the sense that it will force the enemy's hand. The specialist skills as always are passive, so it's always there, which basically means your enemy cannot target any rush on him at any point. Otherwise, he has the chance of, potentially killing them and just completely negating that rush. One of the easiest things would be is just not to attack this Eugene if the character that you had's rush built up was close to death. But it still forces the hand a bit when he's on a defense team. So that is a plus by sort of taking away anybody who might be rating use options. We talk about it all the time. Anytime you can force whoever's rating use options a little bit more, it gives you the upper hand. It allows you to piece together a better, stronger defense because if you know where they're limited, you can sort of maximize your strength to attack, whether that's to do damage faster or to bring in maybe some health or some defense buffs to sort of prolong a fight. By having limitations, it allows you to sort of build around them. So, the specialist skill we got going here is probably his largest sort of attractive piece. The adrenaline rush, yeah, you guys heard me talk about it. I'm not going to say anything else about it. This is an interesting enough specialist skill that I'd love to play with it. I'd love to kind of see how I could best maximize it. It's not really going to help you in a raid because you're on offense and everything coming at you is going to be random from the enemy anyway. It does seem a little limited. It is interesting though. I would love to get this Toon and have a chance to sort of play with it and give a better sort of more educated, more experienced review of the specialist skill. But let's kind of take a peek and look at our bonuses. We're getting bonuses for a 40 opening at 8,200 coins. We're going to get 700 5-star recruit tokens. We got us a little crate here with some more 5-star recruit tokens between 250 and 1,000. We're going to get some of these war finale tokens for that chance at maybe getting another old comic and being able to pick both sides in the mega event. And we have another crate which has just got some Rick or Negan heads, or possibly an old comic. All right. You're getting a chance here. We know it's going to be a small chance given the layout, but you're getting a chance at an old comic if you have enough coins to go after it. And then you are getting enough war finale tokens to do a pull, which is another chance at an old comic. So not too bad, given sort of those two chances for old comics and the fact that you're getting a guaranteed at least 955 star recruit tokens. I'll put this at the bottom level of the upper tier, but just barely. It's sort of borderline. If My usual advice, if you don't have a good revive, if you don't have a good shield, and you're not a big spender, I would wait for something better. This Eugene is not going to take your team to the next level. I just don't see that happening for the reasons, kind of detailed there. He would be probably a pretty quality melee support addition. Again, he'd be fun to play with and see what sort of things you can do in a defense to sort of push, your enemy's choices a little bit. But let's see what kind of luck we have. Definitely would not be upset if we got him. We'll do a single pull here. See if we have any luck. Opening up on old Michonne. Let's go, everybody. We got... You know what he's too sexy for. He's too sexy for this apocalypse. It's Axel, of course. Getting our 3 stars just like we want. That's going to be it for this time, guys. Go ahead and comment below. Let me know what you think of this new Eugene. Go ahead and throw your thoughts in. I feel like, there's enough going on with him between his adrenaline rush and this new specialist skill. There's definitely a lot of talking points here. Let me hear what your guys' thoughts are on it. As always, if you enjoy, please like. If you're new and you want to see more, please subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.